What is up, guys? Poledoo here, bringing you a long overdue ORAS Wi-Fi battle. This is a UU match. But let me preface this by saying this is the most fun Wi-Fi battle I've ever had. And if I were to ever have a time to try out live Wi-Fi, recording, this should have been it. Like, this is such a good battle. I've never had so much fun doing just a normal, solo Wi-Fi battle. But, them's the breaks. We got a UU match against Hermes, or HERMSAUR, who is a PokeTuber, and he also has a side gaming channel where he's currently playing a Fire Emblem Awakening. And you guys should know by now, Fire Emblem is bae. So anyone who does Fire Emblem absolutely gets my seal of approval. But yeah, links to both his channels will be absolutely in the description below. He makes great stuff, so definitely go check him out. Now, the team I'm bringing is our good old Esper UU team with Makoto the Esper, Sybil the Executor, Mr. Wayne the Crobat, Mother the Marowak, Vic the Vaporeon, and of course, Novarg, our beloved Porygon Z. On Hermes' side, he's bringing a Machamp, a Snorlax, a Darmanitan, a Mega Blastoise, a Porygon Z of his own, more props there, and a Hydreigon. And trust me when I say that nothing is as it seems. So, with all that being said, let's get into this battle. So, of course, as we typically do with this team, it's just kind of customary. I lead with Makoto or Esper, and he leads with his Hydreigon. Alright, so Hydreigon, typically choice Scarfed, possibly Specs. I'm gonna fake it out, just in case it's running something like Leftovers or something for whatever reason. I can check right away, but no. And then it goes for a Crunch. I'm like, oh, well, is he choice Banded? Because I expected a Dark Pulse to come my way, and I kind of expected to live it if he was choice Scarfed, but this was the start of many weird things to come. Crunch comes through, I go into Mr. Wayne, Toxic it, because if I'm not careful, this thing can just plow through my entire team. I don't have, really any coverage for a Hydreigon. I mean, I have the Ice Beam on Vic, but so I go for the Toxic. He's outspeeding, so that definitely tells me he's choice Scarfed. But I don't know, I Toxiced him. I expected that to kind of scare him out and preserve his Hydreigon, but no. So I go for the Brave Bird and somehow live on that 2 HP. 2 HP, which was amazing, but it comes back to bite me in the ass later on. I want to preserve Crobat, so I switch into Vic, who I know can take at least one Crunch. So I do just that. Vic comes in, but he gets the defense drop, of course. So that's going to make it even harder for Vic to kind of sit in here and stall out this Hydreigon, because it's pretty much all I can do. I don't like doing stall, but if I have no choice, I'm up against a wall. You gotta do what you gotta do, but I get up a Wish just to try and conserve Vic while he's going down to the Toxic. Or if whatever he brings in after this thing goes down Toxic, I can swap, eat up the hit, and replenish health, with Wish. But Hydreigon goes down, and a Darmanitan comes in, and here is where I just lose it. I just couldn't deal. I was like, alright, these things, choice Banded, choice Scarfed. I'm gonna go into Mother, maybe he's gonna Flare Blitz or U-turn or something, but no, what's he do? He sets up the Sunny Day. I'm like, alright, is he running Zen Mode Darmanitan? Because I know Zen Mode Darmanitan is special, but no. What does he do? He pulls out the Solar Beam, and I'm sitting here like, what the hell? I didn't even know this thing gets Solar Beam. I've never seen anyone do this, ever. And even more, surprised, I lived it. He's Life Orb, Solar Beam, and I live it. I was able to take it down in one Boomerang. Luckily, I didn't miss. Oh my god, if I missed, I don't know what would have happened. He might have just won right there, but oh my god. And this is, whenever he asked for a battle, he said opposite day, and that's when it clicked. I was like, what does he mean by opposite day? I don't know, I was just battling, whatever. So that's when it clicked. He brings in Porygon Z. I'm like, well, if that thing was special, then Porygon Z is normally special. Is it going to be physical? Yes. So as you saw, he goes for the return on Sybil, who I brought in, who can eat up, you know, whatever. And, you know, I went for the Leech Seed because it doesn't matter if he stayed in on Porygon Z or switched. Nothing. He didn't have any grass types, so, you know, the Leech Seed was the best play there because he could not really avoid it unless I missed. And I'm thinking, okay, what's a special Snorlax gonna do? I just go for the Giga Drain just to get a little more health back. He shows me the Blizzard, and it misses. I don't know how much damage that would have done. I don't want to find out how much damage that would have done. I just want this thing gone, because this thing is scaring me now. So I switch into Vic, predicting the next Blizzard to hit. And luckily I did, because, of course, it does hit. Luckily there are no freeze hacks, but Vic eats it up, and of course I want to get a wish off. Vic really didn't get to do much. He's just sat here eating up hits. I never got, you know, a heal bell, never was able to really attack. But I'm sapping his life away slowly but surely with that Leech Seed. I get up a wish, and what does he show me? None other than a Thunder that lands. And then, not only that, he paralyzes. So I'm like, alright, I don't know how much the paralyze mattered, because I don't know if there's anything that can really safe switch into this Snorlax. But I have a wish up, so I don't know. Maybe I can predict another Thunder coming in and switch into Mother. And that's what I do. But he predicted a switch and went with the safe play of Hyper Beam. Of course, because, you know, that's what all Snorlaxes carry, Hyper Beam. Predictions just went completely out the window in this game. He even got the crit on that Hyper Beam, which I don't think anyone would have lived, even at full health, because of the crit. But Mr. Wayne's gonna come in. I'm gonna take advantage of his recharge turn, get some Roost recovery back up, so Mr. Wayne is back in the game, and get Black Sludge going, and he's still seated, so Mr. Wayne's pretty much looking really healthy, looking almost back to full. And I don't know if his defenses, I mean, typically I feel like Snorlax is a physical wall, but maybe he's a special wall. I don't know. I never see him that much. But I just go for the Brave Bird, hoping that, you know, it'll kill, or at least do enough damage that I can kill next turn. But it does kill. It was kind of a shot in the dark there. But that is pretty much what this game boiled down to, because it was just so out of the ordinary. He brings in DuckTales, and I don't know if it was a miss switch or if he was baiting me to do something. But I was like, alright, I don't know what you want to do. Are you Choice Scarf? Are you going to fake me out? I mean, if you're Opposite Day, then you're a special Machamp. I just go for the Brave Bird anyway. He double switches back, or out into this Blastoise here, who just eats it up like a truck. And this is when I thought, okay, maybe he did this because he has an ice move. Maybe it's Ice Fang, Ice Punch. I wasn't sure which one, but I did predict right. He Mega Evolves, becomes even tankier, but I made the right choice. Here comes the Ice Punch. But because I'm paralyzed and I'm so slow, you know, I decided I'll stay in, I'll either live and get a wish off, or I'll die. And I die. He shows me his Earthquake, another scary move that's completely... I mean, Earthquake on Blastoise is more, I guess, predictable-ish, but I bring in Novarg to pretty much take out something. Novarg is our normal gemmed Hyper Beam destroyer of worlds, and I'm like, alright, hopefully this Blastoise stays in. I mean, I guess he was predicting the Thunderbolt, so I guess I see why he switched out, but I was like, damn, he switches out. He goes into that Porygon Z, and I love Porygon Z, but his is not living. And of course, on the recharge turn, DuckTales comes in and shows me the Focus Blast. I'm sure this is no guard, so he has no chance of missing that. But this special Machamp, I just can't fathom. Like, this is where living that recoil on 2 HP comes to bite me in the butt. Because I'm like, alright, I got this. I'll just Brave Bird Machamp down. No. No Focus Sash, no Focus Band, nothing. He lives on like 1. Somehow, he lives on like 1. Gets a Focus Blast off. And because he lives on 1, that gave him just this... You'll see, he switches out into this Blastoise, who just eats up the other Braver, because like, oh my god, you live on 1, let me just kill you. But no, he doubles out, or yeah, switches out, eats up the hit because, you know, Mega Blastoise is a truck, and still has plenty of HP left. I'm down to 30, and of course, it's a physical Blastoise, he has to have the Aqua Jet, finishing off Mr. Wayne. And so we bring in Sybil. Sybil is bold, max defense IVs. No matter if he hits me with the Ice Punch, which he does, I was going to live it. I go for the Giga Drain to finish off this Blastoise, and it's just down to Sybil versus a special Machamp. And I'm like, what is this Machamp going to have against my Executor? But of course, he has a perfect move. And being no guard, there is no chance for him to miss. Fire Blast comes through and kills me. Just completely obliterated. And I was just at a loss. Like, most fun I've ever had, just because of how insane his team was. Like, I love running the unconventional sets myself, but fighting someone who just goes above and beyond unconventional to complete opposite, that was just, oh, it was crazy. But HERMSAUR did record his side of the battle, live recording, so definitely go check that out. Whenever he posts that, that will be in the description below, as well as the links to both of his channels. Again, go check him out if you're if you have any knowledge of the Pokemon community or follow up with them. I'm sure you've already heard of HERMSAUR, but if you haven't, definitely go check him out. He makes really great stuff. He's hilarious, really good guy. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. It was just mind-blowing. Oh my god, it was so good. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.